Greetings, niggas and bitches. Now, yeah, there's some things that will just never change. We're still friends. Yes, you. Now, let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it has come to my attention that...
Okay, so who got cracked? The like in the ass or in the pussy? But who got cracked?
Has had some...
This bitch? Oh fuck no! This thing has to basically be a Lolita sex slave doll and basically have its arms and legs chopped off, and it's just this armless, legless fuck that you just basically just stick your dick inside as like shaped as the pillow though, and the head is all it is though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, fuck nah. If it's moving like this, nah. But not even though. Like this bitch looks like it has like a. This looks like a bitch nigga, bro. Like you can just see the Adam's apple all over its face.
Brutal beatdowns. Like I'm talking blood all over the screen and.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. I like the idea of basically walking into a Christian village, and then I just see 70 jits though. Kids, whatever the fuck. Not even 700. Not even 7 million, billion, trillion. Numbers that are not even everyday pronounced. Like rich nigga numbers. And they all just piled up or sitting neatly against a bunch of churches. Against the walls. A bunch of them with their hands chopped off. And their necks cut to the point where it's like it still sticks on the shoulders but barely just hanging off, and their faces just ripped and shit. And then you just see, especially on the bitches though, also the guys too, there's just a bunch of gashes though you just see around them though. You know what I'm saying? And there's just blood everywhere. There's that 1 to 3. And then there's just like roses that grows out of them. Dead ones especially. Celeste would know. And yeah. That is a view to see. And honestly, if I was part of that mass genocide, I'll defend the shit out of it. Corruption is bad, but it's not when I'm involved. It's not bad because I'm involved. When it comes to my people, what the fuck we could ever do, my black people, nothing we could ever do is ever bad because it's my people. The ones I handpicked. The ones I would pick. I'm involved, so that's why it basically doesn't fucking matter for shit. The problem is that I like the idea that the world is run by criminals. I like that. What I hate is that those motherfuckers are not my friends. I would absolutely defend the shit out of them if those niggas and bitches were my friends, if those were my dogs, if those were my homies, if those were my warties. I like the idea of the world being run by the assholes, by the scumbags, every single one of them that I know. The dickheads, the fucked up ones, the psychopaths, the dealers, the drillers, the killers, the thieves, finessers, and robbers and scammers. Crooked cops and FBI, CIA, HSI agents, and every letter that you could ever think of. I like that idea if all of them were actually my friends. Like, these are my niggas and bitches. Mine. You know what I'm saying? That's only why. That only then Is everything legal and absolutely okay? Taxes are bad because I'm not benefiting from it. Murder is bad because I'm not benefiting from it. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, fucking up people that don't matter, that can't be considered people. It's only bad if I'm not benefiting from it. If my niggas and bitches, aka you guys, my friends, and many of you are my acquaintances, more than some of you, if not some of you, are my casual friends. Few of you are my good friends. And very, very fucking few to the top, to close to the top 1% are my great friends. And then the top 0%, like 0.000 and then just so forth, are my best of friends. And then there's my brothers. As long as those niggas and me are benefiting from this shit, then that's all that matters. Then it's not bad. It's only okay when we win. Just like for example, slavery is okay as long as it doesn't happen to my people. Matter of fact, not even as long as my people benefit from it. We could take the token blacks, we could take the raccoons, even motherfuckers that are 100% black. If they're general cockroaches, bruh, on the inside. As in, if they're cockroaches, as in like they black outside but they're white inside after they shed their skin, we're taking their black cards. We're fucking them up as well. Yeah. 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 So, as long as we are winning, nothing else matters. Not just me, but us. You. And that's never gonna change. We're friends for life, bro. Brothers. Now, don't feel bad. Wait, yeah, let's get now back to the video.
Guts literally getting dug out.
I fucking hate the fact that this shit is censored though, but I understand.
So since we are basically at the halfway point of this season, and at the halfway point till we do the first trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy, today we're gonna go through some of these brutal beatdowns that have basically brought the halfway.
What the fuck was that beat though?
Season.
Not the beats by Dre, but beating these niggas' asses beat.
And at the halfway point till we do the first trial of the.
And not beating your meat type shit though. The bitches have to basically do that though. I mean, what the fuck else are they for if they're not worshipping our dicks though?
Crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy. Today we're gonna go through some of these brutal beatdowns that have basically broke the internet. So without further ado,
white on white crime. I like it. It's not enough, but I like it. So mainly black on white is my favorite.
The first ass whooping we're gonna be breaking down is,
but basically black on anything against that's anti-black supremacy.
Young Omni-Man getting jumped by his parents. Now this right here basically confirmed to everyone, if you didn't think so already, that being born a Viltrumite is probably the worst fate you could ever ask for. Cause this is without a doubt one of the craziest societies of all time. Like, we already knew that.
Woo! It's not enough, but it's a start.
These crazy ass niggas had a whole great purge and half of their population was wiped out because of it. But now we learned that the kids weren't even safe. And to become a fully,
I mean, EDP, P. Diddy, Drake, D4VD. Yeah, I've got some. Yeah, and then basically I see this motherfucker right here with the Ku Klux Klan a cone on its ice cream cone on its shit though, which is actually stolen by which Kanye knows the story behind it. Actually, the triple K wasn't made; it was taken.
Grown adult, you had to
So yeah, I'll wear one day.
Survive getting jumped by your parents.
Ooh, that looks like the what's this? The fucking Chidori type shit though, without the lightning.
Now let's take a look at this scene.
And at first I was gonna think like maybe he was gonna show Zeus or some shit.
Young Omni-Man, aka Nolan, was basically teaching a class to these kids about.
Okay, so it's more bitches than niggas though.
The history of Viltrum, and he decided to ask.
And I was about to say the fresher the better. In some cases, yeah.
Ask this little girl a
I understand.
question about the Great Purge. So she started stuttering and didn't know what to say. So this man Nolan walked up to her and put his hand on her head and said, "Think wisely about your answer,
The bitch basically just has like a joystick on its head.
little nigga. You know what happens when you get one question wrong, right?" And he was dead ass about to crush her head
Into it basically making this bitch ass dead.
to smithereens. And you would think that the other kids will be scared for her, but no. They were side-eyeing the hell out of her like,
Of course, the bitch black. The fuck you mean?
"You best not get that question wrong, bitch, or you're going split-gat." So thank God she locked in and got the question right. But then I ain't gonna lie, this is the craziest part. Before he dismissed class, he told them, "Go find food and shelter if you can, and return here at sunrise ready for combat. Oh, and I almost forgot. At least 2 of you little niggas will die tomorrow." So you best come locked in or it's your ass. And then they just going with it like, "Sir, yes, sir." Like, dog, this is without a doubt the worst society to ever be born in. They don't even provide their own kids with food and a bed. They got a
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the U.S., bruh. They have the U.S. They have the Americans. With their retarded ass. Them niggas is basically having this thing where they have to like they don't get paid enough jobs. This that once three one cracked motherfucker where they basically burned down the whole shit though, and everybody's going shh. If it was black, it'd be a whole nother thing, bruh. And then basically they would look at guys like me crazy because I see what the fuck they're doing and I know how it's gonna end, how much they basically like to move the goalpost, all that stuff on three. There's some that actually really do make some good points, but that's very few. Majority of them, fuck no. And then now because it's like, you know what? I see how it's gonna end. This, that, 1-3, and they just operate like I don't give a fuck. They see me do such. They're gonna basically just go and do as yeah. And then I'm not gonna go ahead and basically say you can't win with these people. They're not even fucking people. And not only so, they're genetic recessions. The fuck. And basically, like if you're mixed, you're low-key a mutation. You can make up for it in other ways, but what the fuck's wrong with you? But yeah, and then motherfuckers will go ahead and look at me crazy. They're the types to go ahead and look at me crazy because I see that the controller's off and I refuse to play the game and they still look at me crazy, especially when it comes to voting.
Find it themselves. The Viltrumites really said,
what the fuck's... I don't know, that looked like a Protect Flea.
"We don't do that weak-ass child support shit. The child can support
The head.
themselves." So right after Nolan was done teaching this class, both of his parents pulled
Going to get the milk though, but then it's gonna basically expire like these, like yeah, this bitch would know though. Like it just reminds me of busted Air Forces. So just go get the chocolate then. It don't crack, but they do.
up on him and straight up looked at him like, "Yeah, you know what today is, young blood? It's your birthday, aka initiation day, little nigga." So they full on bum rush.
Yeah, so basically this is low-key like a gang fight though. Like, you know, when it comes to gangs, so in order to get out of one, you have to get jumped.
Nolan and start.
But the problem is that the thing is, these pedophilic motherfuckers and mass shooters don't really go to the playground to jump them in the trampoline there.
Beating the shit out of him. And bro, you could easily tell that out of both of the parents, that this man's mama didn't have an ounce of love for him the way she was doing him. She straight up sliced him in the chest and rammed her knee into this man's face. And this wasn't even her nastiest shot. She basically charged up this one punch all the way from the ground and put her whole body into it, making him cough up blood. Then while he was stunned and basically out of it, both his mom and his dad just start running his ass down. Nolan could not move. This nigga was stuck in a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite Death combo. Then his dad grabbed his head and gave him just a nasty headbutt. And that headbutt ended up leading to a black eye and a broken nose. So while Nolan looked like he was already on half HP, the mama just stared at him and was like, nah, nigga, this ain't enough, and decided to dash in and piece him up some more. Now, while Nolan was getting pieced up by his mama, he was finally able to fight back after having to stomp the ground and kick a stone into his mama's eye, then giving her a well-deserved right hook for being a deadbeat mom. But I want y'all to
wait, why the fuck did it not okay.
Watch the daddy real quick.
Woo! This crispy, yeah, this is crispy right here. The fuck, yeah, this is crispy over here. This looks like that this nigga went and basically went to a specific website to go find the movie itself and then put it in 1080p or 720 and then just basically screen recorded that.
Mom was flying back. The dad just slaps her to the side like a fly. These niggas don't even care about their spouses. They just think it's everyone is just a sack of meat. I wouldn't be surprised if—
I mean, then again, that's true, but especially for bitches though, mainly though. Like guys as well, because they're just so fucking retarded though. Like guys and bitches, dicks and pussies are both dumb, but in different ways. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't even married. They probably just decided to have a baby to fill the quota, and that's that. So Nolan rushes his dad down and throws a fist into his hand and starts to choke him. And it looks like the dad was pleased and was ready to end his initiation. But the mama came back and threw him into the stairs. And right when this happened, I knew she was coming back to collect that receipt for her eye getting messed up and also taking out her anger for the daddy slapping her ass to the side. So she starts stomping his face in, and when she got tired of stomping him out, she just started grounding, pounding, and wailing on him. Like, look at this dude, bro. He is done. This fight should be over. He's clearly had enough. But the mom just continued to beat the ever-living crap out of him until the dad finally came over and told her, enough, shorty. He's had enough. And this is how you could tell that she really hated Nolan and his dad. Because after she beat the hell out of him, she straight up told them,
"You're as pathetic as he is. I hope to never see either of you again."
Not gonna lie, if I heard my own mother say this after she just finished stomping me out and beat me down to 1 HP on my birthday, I'ma be so real, I might just end it all. Cause I'd be sick to my damn stomach. Now I know why Nolan beat Mark's ass like that in season 1. Because if this was a parenting he was experiencing, then no wonder his parenting skills were ass. And this just reaffirmed to me again that being born a Viltrumite isn't all—
If that was the case, it's like, whatever.
all honesty, a fate worse than death.
Brutality.
Alright, now that was our appetizer. Now it's time for the main event. The Conquest versus—
This better be better. Cause that wasn't even basic level to me though. Like what the fuck was that? Like I felt that basically that brutality, bullshit, bruh. I don't see no broken fingers. I don't see eyes hanging out. I don't see faces hanging off. I don't see fucking bones crushed inside. I don't see fucking blood coming out of its assholes, bruh. I don't see basically when it comes to even pregnant bitches, babies are even busted out of the stomach and all that stuff. It's 3. I don't see niggas balls in their pockets. I don't see none of that shit, bruh. I don't see clits in their tongues, bruh. When it comes to bitches, bruh. I don't see none of that, bruh. Like, I don't see, like, long-ass clits in their own holes and shit, though. Because that's what the fuck they are. They're scraps of meat with holes, the bitches. That was disappointing.
Mark rematch. Now, this right here is without a doubt the most brutal fight we've seen yet.
Okay, so... yeah, whatever.
This fight actually had me so disgusted by the end of it that I had to look away because I made the horrible mistake of eating my dinner while watching this. And I will probably never eat watching Invincible ever again because of this. So Satan's greatest soldier, Conquest, pulled back up to run the ones with Mark again. And you know, I gotta give a shout out to Cecil real quick for being the biggest dumbass of the century. Because we would not be getting this rematch if bro just did.
Then the ones we have in the real world? Dumber than the ones we have in the real world?
His job and dispose of the body like he should have. Like, you really thought this little ass cage was gonna hold this nigga? Like, holy shit, man. This is the most incompetent motherfucker in this damn series, bro.
And basically, motherfucker, forehead so big it kind of makes you seem like it can actually think. Nope.
How did this guy get this job again? Like, honest question. Anyway.
Again, they're genetic recessions.
Bro. So the first person to attack Conquest was the biggest liability on the team, Oliver. So he flew up and immediately got a backhand to the face. That hit was.
I mean, that kind of looks like a bitch nigga, bro. Like the thing is, like the transgenderism mutation just went wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Probably so hard it probably gave Oliver PTSD from when Conquest dribbled him.
Woo! Oh, okay, that was something.
Like a basketball. So Oliver tried to come in and hit him again.
It was whatever, but it was okay, whatever.
They barrage of fast punches, but all
it was something whatever.
This was doing was giving Conquest a massage. Nigga was doing the same shit now Oya was doing to Maki, just throwing pillows at him. So Conquest grabs Oliver by the head and tells him,
grabbing the head while swinging still.
Oh, I remember you. You're the little.
The motherfucker with this motherfucker's teeth basically reminds me of like the alligators and the crocodiles.
Purple squirt from before.
Woof! There's even that one bitch, bro. Oh my god, the teeth are so fucked up, bro. Ah.
Last I remembered, I was trying to rip your guts out. So let's
like that jaw needs to be reincarnated, bro. Like half that face, nope.
Let's continue from where we were last time, shall we? So Conquest starts to crush Oliver's head, and he's about to pop his head like a balloon. But J. Jonah Jameson himself comes in to save his sorry-ass son from getting his head crushed. So Omni-Man and Conquest started to box for a bit. But this nigga Mark immediately flew in and said, hands off, dad. This fate is mine's and mine's alone. So Conquest looked at Mark and said, hey, kid. How's your girlfriend? She doing all right? Ooh, I can't wait to taste her fine ass blood one more time.
Wait. It wasn't even talking though. Or is it just telepathy?
So the moment Mark heard...
Okay, if this is how the guy was moving though, I would basically just go ahead and like, if I was him, I would basically go fuck the bitch so bad to the point where it starts bleeding out, and I'll make the bitch even taste itself.
Conquest talking about Eve, he just straight up flew directly at him and started.
But his mouth wasn't okay.
Viciously putting hands on this old nigga. Then he started to rain down multiple 6 to 12 elbows right into this man's face. Now while they continued to box, Oliver was running out of air because he wasn't used to holding his breath in space yet. So he had to fly down to the planet that they were close to so he could re-up on some oxygen. So Conquest saw Oliver flying down and told Mark, oh no, we can't let little purple squirt miss all the fun now, can we? So Conquest gives Mark a nasty blow to the gut, then flies down to the planet to chase down Oliver. And this is where we see one of the most diabolical he's behind me isn't he frames of all time. Conquest pulled up right behind Oliver. Hand cocked back and everything, looking like he's about to swat the half cockroach out of Oliver's soul. But Mark comes in to save Oliver right before.
Fuck! Oh, I was so excited. I wanted to see that. I was so ready to see that. I so wanted to see that. Whoo, fuck!
He gets chased down, blocked by Conquest. So Mark's grand plan was to basically choke the life out of Conquest.
Really, nigga?
This nigga was not gonna let go of the chokehold he had him in for the rest of the fight. He was fully committed to choking his ass out. So since
okay, but then who the fuck is gonna deal with this nigga's arms, bruh?
Mark wouldn't let go. Conquest just started giving Mark multiple body shots. Bro was taking about 50 punches to his liver and 50 punches to his kidneys, while they were just flying around the planet and ragdolling themselves into the environment. So when they ended up slamming into the ground, Mark had the top mount, and it looked like he was trying to crush Conquest's neck and drive his whole body into the ground. But then Conquest lifted Mark up and slammed him into the ground, reversing the whole situation. So Conquest started giving Mark more kidney shots and liver shots. Then he started decking him in the face and bouncing his skull off the ground. But Mark was still hanging onto Conquest's neck while taking this beating. Like I said earlier, this nigga Mark was committed to choking the life out of Conquest's old ass. So Conquest picked up Mark and rammed him into this mountain and his beating. Like I said earlier, this nigga Mark was committed to choking the life out of Conquest's old ass.
I don't know, this shit kind of low-key reminds me of The Undertaker though, but it looks like a pre-cum a little bit though, but just the most completed one I've ever seen.
So Conquest picked up Mark and rammed him into this mountain, and he started to wail on Mark, just swinging punches into him over and over again. And I ain't gonna lie, this next sequence of punches Conquest did gave me back pain while watching this. He hit him with this 3-piece, and the last punch was so hard it warped his back. This man's rib cage just got eviscerated, and he may never walk straight ever again because it looks like his spine just got snapped in half right here.
Okay, but here's the thing. After the ass whooping though, what I would basically get this nigga to do is that I'll actually literally pull his torso to stretch him a bit though, so the spine can connect back in though.
So they kept on ramming each other into all the surrounding rocks and mountains. And when they finally,
but if that was to happen, you gotta end the battle.
Stop. You can actually see the damage that Mark has done to Conquest, because his face was now discolored and his eyes were bloodshot red because he hasn't been able to breathe at all because of Mark's persistent ass chokehold. Now this is when the fight just got nasty as hell and the brutality just ramped up to another degree. Conquest had his nasty ass hand,
if he pokes his
all up in Mark's face. So Mark turned damn near feral and bit this man's thumb off. And then after he bit his thumb off, he stood Conquest up, and you get this shot from Conquest's POV. You see this nigga Mark straight up spit his thumb out while making eye contact with him the whole time. He didn't even say a word, but you could tell.
But I'm not gonna front, as red as the motherfucker's eyes were earlier, I want to basically be that high.
What he was thinking just by the look he was giving him. Just straight up, I hate you nigga, let's die. So since Conquest was being pushed back, he had to use his ultimate move. The same one that sent Eve back to the lobby before she respawned. He rams his whole hand into Mark's body. Now this attack would probably end about 99.9% of people if they were hit by this. But Mark, being the main character and powering through this shit with the power of plot armor, kept on choking Conquest. Pause and look at Conquest's face right now. This
motherfucker basically has he basically has a cum for an eye on his right eye upward, and his other good eye and his only good eye go downwards.
Man is actually stunned. You can actually,
there's the cum shot at the top, and then there's the good eye at the bottom.
We see a little bit of fear on his face because he is now starting to realize that Mark actually got that dog in him. So Mark slams him down and continues to choke the life out of Conquest. Now we're at the moment where I had to stop eating my dinner while watching this, because this was the most disturbing and disgusting shit I think I've ever seen in an animated show.
I mean, the fact that basically it's not even age restricted is like, ugh.
Conquest started to dig in this man's insides and rip out all of his internal organs and intestines.
Fuck, I need to go see the thing myself. But it's probably not even all that anyways.
Now, I'm censoring the hell out of this because YouTube would eviscerate this video and send it to the Shadow Realm if I actually showed this. Also, if you're eating while watching this, I'm saving your ass right now because you could have ended up like...
Not really. Like, there was a time where basically I was eating my food while watching the Terrifier.
Like me, my appetite was cooked after this and I did not hit my protein goals that day. My gains were not achieved because of this shit. But this goes on for like a solid minute. Mark was just screaming in pain while Conquest was running out of air and trying to dig Mark's insides out. But finally, after what felt like ages, the lights finally go out for Conquest, and Mark slayed Satan's greatest soldier for a second time. Now,
and then he's gonna basically come back.
Stand up and give Mark his flowers here. Cause I won't lie, I give this man a hard time due to him getting his ass whooped and being left in critical condition in nearly 80 to 90% of his fights. But right here.
Okay, then fuck your flowers, then stay your bitch ass over that side.
All that.
If I was him, fuck your flowers, nigga.
Admit that Mark got that dog in him, because this was his best performance yet, even though he's in critical condition again. But I just know one thing for sure: when they get back to Earth, Cecil's ass better be getting stomped out, because you're not about to get away with this shit, nigga. Oh no, bro. Brutality. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end of our little brutal beatdown special. And if you are wondering, yes, this is the old series that I used to do on TikTok that I'm 9 times out of 10 probably gonna bring back. So with that being said, hope y'all enjoy, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see y'all again at the end of the month for the trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy.
Yeah. Well, I did have my expectations low already. But what the fuck? Anyways, peace. I'm out.